This old-looking car once controlled Indian roads, carried prime ministers, dominated taxi stands, and made an entire country trust it blindly. So, how did this mighty car disappear? For decades, one car ruled India so completely, people did not even call it by its full name. They simply called it Ambassador. The massive body, the sofa like seats, the deep engine sound. This wasn't just a car, it became a symbol of power, government, family trips, and Indian road themselves. But here is a crazy part. The car that once dominated India for nearly 50 years could not survive the modern era. So today, let's uncover the full story of legendary Hindustan Ambassador. The story begins in 1940s. Back then, India had very few local made cars. Most vehicles were imported and expensive. Then came Hindustan Motors. The company was founded in 1942 by industrialist B.M. Birla. At first, the company built cars based on British design, and in 1958, everything changed. Hindustan Motors launched the Ambassador. The design was actually based on the British Morris Oxford Series 3, but India transformed it into something completely different. And honestly, the timing was perfect because India needed something like that, about a strong car that could survive Indian roads. The main production plant was located in Uttarpara near Kolkata. This factory became one of the India's most iconic automobile plants. Thousands of workers built ambassadors there for decades. At its peak, the factory produced cars for government officials, taxi operators, businessmen, families, and police departments. Now, here is the real question. Why did Indian trust this car so much? Because the ambassador was built like a tank. Back then, Indian roads were rough, potholes everywhere, village roads, and broken highways. Most cars struggled, but Ambassador survived. Its suspension was soft and strong. The ground clearance was high. The body was extremely durable. And the cabin? Huge. You could fit entire family inside. That's why politicians loved it, government officers loved it, taxi drivers loved it. Even prime ministers used it. For decades, the white ambassador became the symbol of political power in India. If an ambassador with a red beacon arrived, everyone noticed. So the car earned the nickname King of Indian Roads. And there is another huge reason for its success. Because repairing it was very easy. Mechanics across India understood the car. Parts were available almost everywhere, which meant even if it is broke down in small village, someone could fix it. The reliability made people to trust it blindly. For many years, Ambassador sales were massive, especially before the 1980s. Because competition was almost non-existent, car choices were extremely limited. So Ambassador became dominant almost automatically. For decades, Hindustan Motors earned huge revenue from government contracts, taxi fleets, and commercial use. At one point, Ambassador controlled a major share of Indian passenger market. The car became so common, it practically represented India itself. It has been featured in many movies. Politicians depended on them. Taxi union trusted them. The brand became emotionally connected to the country. But then, India changed. Fast. In 1980s and 1990s, companies like Maruti Suzuki entered the market. And suddenly people experienced fuel-efficient engines, compact cars, modern interiors, easy steering, air conditioning. Cars became easier to drive. Meanwhile, the Ambassador barely evolved. That became its biggest weakness. Its design stayed old, its fuel economy was poor, the steering felt heavy. And young buyers wanted modern cars. The Ambassador still felt like 1960s. while the rest of the world moved ahead. Then stricter safety and pollution regulations arrived, and this created a huge problem. Updating the Ambassador would require massive investment, new engine, safety upgrades, platform redesign, but sales were already falling badly. So financially, it stopped making sense. In 2014, Hindustan Motors officially stopped production of the Ambassadors. And just like that, India's king of roads disappeared. Not because people hated it, but because the automotive world changed faster than the car could adapt. Even today, the Ambassador is remembered with respect. Collectors restore them, taxi lovers miss them, and older generations still call it the most comfortable Indian car ever made. Because some vehicles are more than machines. They become memories. And the Ambassador became part of India's identity. The Ambassador story teaches something most powerful about engineering and business. Being strong is not enough. You must evolve. Because even legends disappear when they stop adapting. Like, share, and subscribe for more such untold automotive stories.